We'll start with today's starter, Archer. Since the All-Star break, it looked a little bit more like he's been the Archer that we saw last.
Yeah, he's thrown the ball very well. I know he got in a pretty good pitcher's duel his last start, but I think he's really focused on getting the ball in the zone and putting the hitters on the defense, and that's why he's had so much success here as of late.
A couple roster moves since last night.
Yep. His last outing, he kind of fell off the mound, threw another pitch and into the inning. We wanted him to go back out. He couldn't. His back locked up on him. Receiving treatment, I think he's made a little bit of progress, but not quite enough that we're wanting to push it. And we need some coverage back there, given how we're working with Erasmo right now and building his innings. And then Desmond, fouled the ball off his surgically repaired knee. He's got a pretty good bone bruise, contusion. That's not allowing him to be, too able to get on the field. So activated Mikey and called up Danny Farquhar.
Was Mikey pretty close anyhow?
Yeah, Mikey's reports have all been good. I talked to Michael Johns of the Florida State League. His timing's been right on. He's been really aggressive at the plate, on the bases. He was going to play today for Port Charlotte, so it kind of made the most sense. Ideally, we would have liked to get these at bats in, but it's okay. He's 4 at bats, shy of what we were aiming for.
What is the thing with Desmond? The kind of thing that might keep him out for a while or the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, look, Desmond's frustrated. He came in, we talked. It's just, he felt really good coming back from the DL. He fouls the ball off the knee, and I think he's in a very similar feeling that he was before his surgery last year. Now, we went and got all kind of tests on him. It does show up that there's a pretty heavy bone bruise in there. So we're just going to have to wait and see. It'll probably take a couple days of just getting treatment and doing the rehab. And then, depending on how he goes about it, we'll see how to amp him up or not and test it out.
Mikey talked about how he doesn't want to put too much pressure, but he knows this is an important last 8 weeks of the season. Do you see it the same way, kind of figuring out? It wasn't his best first half of this year.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's important for all of our guys. It's important for myself, and I hope Mikey doesn't go out there and put too much pressure on himself. I mean, this is a guy that we have a lot of confidence in. No, he didn't get off to the best start here early on, but he did a lot of really, really good things for us last year. He doesn't have to go repeat that. We just want him to be a baseball player like we know that he is.
With Miller, was there any communication before Monday that a move could be made off shortstop with his defensive issues?
No, there wasn't. No.
We talked to Duffy. He said it's gone well so far. He's going to go to Durham.
Yep.
He's hoping to join you guys in New York and play.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Like I said, he's going to drive a lot of the process just because getting reacclimated to short, getting on his feet. But so far, everything's really good. Also, speaking to Michael Johns earlier today, rave reviews about his work and how he really dialed it up yesterday. He didn't have any balls hit to him, but just his pregame work looked good. And then today, taking ground balls looked really good again. Took really good round of BP. We're excited to have him back. Like I said earlier, it's a little different to rush a guy back for a pennant race. When he says he's good to go, we're excited to welcome him back.
Was that ground balls here or
ground balls here? Yeah.
Okay.
He came in, took batting practice.
Yeah. And going back to Desmond for a second,
Yep.
I mean, you mentioned he's frustrated. It's been kind of probably a frustrating year for everybody. He hasn't really had a chance to be on the field for any really extended period.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Look, he's a guy that has a ton of talent, and we know when he's healthy how he can complement our roster, our lineup, our defense, all of the above. He makes us a better team, and it just hasn't shown up for him. So it's something that we'll continue to kind of be patient with here, and hopefully we continue to get better news throughout his progress and see where he's at when we get back from the trip.
We may not do a session tomorrow, so if we don't, Matt Andrees
Yep.
getting to start on Sunday, just incrementally getting him closer to that fully stretched out spot.
Yeah, his last start, Matty, I think he had more bullets left in him. He could have gone back out, but trying to be smart, we wanted to. He was at a good spot, and this should probably allow him to get a few more extra pitches in this start. He had a normal time through the rotation, so that would help. But like I said, his last outing, Matt pitched a game plan as good as anybody has probably all year. So excited to have him back out there. He seems to be in a really good rhythm. There's a comfort when he gets on the mound. He's able to start, so it's worked out well so far.
I know he had some success last year, but has he taken a nice step this year from what you've seen is handling that role and really excelling.
Yeah, I think he has, and he's learned probably more about himself, what he's capable of doing, what his strengths are when he gets on the mound. And you see, while he's executing pitches, he's probably going about it, to his strengths a little bit more, and that's probably a young pitcher evolving and maturing a little bit.
For Whitley last night, was everything good?
Yeah, everything was great. A lot of good reports on Whitley. 4 innings, 55 pitches, 4 or 5 punch outs. He's thrown the ball really well.
So he'll just stay on whatever.
He'll stay on a
normal
5-day.
routine
Yeah.
is.
Yep.
And then just a rough idea on Lomo or Arcia. Any, like, finish line?
Both of them. The plan right now is both of them will go to Jupiter with the Florida State League team to take batting practice. If all goes well, they will probably follow the Port Charlotte club up to Fort Myers and get in some game action.
They're both basically the same.
Lomo, Arcia hit today. Lomo did not. So Lomo might be a tick behind. I know Lomo went into the cage, but as far as getting on the field, Arcia hit. Lomo did not.
That's cool for Lomo. He lives over there anyway.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, it works out pretty good. Arcia lives in Fort Myers.
And just a bigger picture question is, as you sit here now, you've talked about finding out how some guys fit for next year. Do you
Yep.
feel like you're far away for next year, or you feel like the core you have and with a good off season?
No, I feel we're very close. Our core is going to be our core. We're excited about obviously the trade with Matt Duffy. That helps a lot. It's going to Brad going to first is really going to help our defense quite a bit. We like our young players. I mean, obviously another year under their belt, they're going to get more mature and more seasoned, and hopefully have some consistent years. But the way our starting pitching has gone since the All-Star break is probably the biggest reason to be optimistic that we know these guys are very capable of carrying a huge load for us like they've done.
Pretty good.